Hi, I would like to talk to you about something that's on my mind. Thinking about video games. It's been it's been a while since I last played one. I mean, and I, people say that it's a waste of money. I mean, I mean, and even price of like latest consoles and the games for them. I mean, I would have to agree. I mean, it's like $500 for a video game system. Oh my goodness. Ugh. I mean, I can remember when video game systems cost around like about $100 or $150, and back then uh, back then $150 was expensive, but it was more reasonable of a price point for video game systems like the Atari 2600, the Intellivision, ColecoVision, Atari 5200, and that price point pretty much stuck. That pretty much stuck throughout like throughout the rest of the 80s and the 90s, and it's only like in the 2000s that price point of video game video game systems went up to like well went up to like the like 300 $300 plus. I mean, I mean, this is back in the 1990s. There was a system called the Neo Geo, um, and that was by an arcade manufacturer named software hardware company called SNK, and that was both both a home system and an arcade system, and you could play the same games in the arcade as you can on a home system. That costed about $500 in the 1990s, and that was like crazy expensive. I mean, I, I mean, plus it had a very limited amount of games, mostly like arcade games and very few like sports games. It's like had very limited library, and games themselves cost around 100 or $200. It's like really ridiculous. I'm glad I never purchased that system. I mean, that's just. I mean, I preferred the Genesis and the Super NES because they had bigger variety of games you could play on them, and it wasn't just arcade games. And so are are video games a waste of money? Um, it it depends. I mean, anything you enjoy can be a waste of money. I mean, cannabis can be a waste of money. I mean, if you I mean, if you constantly smoke cannabis, I mean, in states cannabis, I'm talking marijuana, is legal. I mean, price of um, cannabis flowers, it, it's not it's not really cheap. I mean, uh, I mean, it's paying close to $100 for like an eighth of an ounce of flour. And that's ridiculous. Of course, they say you can buy it cheap if you get it off a drug dealer, but but drug dealers have their own problems besides legality issue. You don't know exactly what kind of weed you're getting. I mean, I mean, they say street weed is better. I never I never purchased weed from, from, from a drug dealer, and I don't tend to start doing so now. I mean, and I'm basically staying away from weed, and I mean, pretty much anything that you enjoy. I mean, any hobby that you can get into can get expensive. I mean, collecting Smurfs can be can can be a hobby that's gets really expensive. It's like I mean, I don't have a whole house full of those little blue figurines. I mostly collect comic books and movies and games. But anyway, uh, I mean, anyway, to those who are into those hobbies, and maybe just an investment. I mean, of their money into something that they enjoy as much. I mean, if they can get some enjoyment out of the thing that they purchase, then it's what money well spent. If they don't, then they, they just wasted money on that thing, and just some people just buy things like as collector's items. I mean, I have no problem with people who buy things as collector's items, but I intend to use what I buy, not to have it sit up on a shelf and just for gazing at it. I mean, that's something something so valuable and so fragile. It's like just just speaking about video games. I mean, if you if you if you enjoy video games, I mean you probably wouldn't worry too much about the price unless unless you live in countries where the really jack up the price like Australia for video games. Anyway, that's pretty much all I have to share with you this morning. So have a good day, and God bless you.